often goes, but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
On the ground is Michel. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Man out.
Hey, Alpha.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. I'll get him.
Greystone travel.
Kill.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after. it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins.
Come on, fellas.
Set. 60 yours.
All day. All day.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
8 read.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Get it.
Now a run with Geis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Squeeze. Squeeze grip. Squeeze grip.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hard. Hard.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Go.
This is Geis. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Ready,
All
break.
runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you.
Here's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 70. Indy.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Room here to run. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Next, receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
180.
57, come on. Here we go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Ric Flair.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Leo.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That one good for 24 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Zipper.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guy?
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
A gain of 14. First down, New York.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Two.
Take four.
On first down, Singletary. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Redskins' 35-yard line.
Hey, hot. 180. Hey, 76. 76. Good.
They'll try the air now with Gall. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
24. Go. 20. Bravo.
24 is the mic.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Complete to Miles Boykin. A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
On the ready.
57's the mic. I got you.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
57.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Break.
Book against the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
2.
On first down, this is Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 14.
This drive has turned into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Goff now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And the Giants first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
180, 17, 17, 17. Hey, Alpha.
24 is the mic. Pick me up.
Always orange.
Motion.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Here we go. 180.
Tight.
Here we go.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
2nd and 5. He finds an opening past the 40. Over the fight is running back Geis. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Switch up, switch up. Check. Lucky.
Value three.
They go right back to Singletary. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, it's Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They will run with Singletary. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right.
DC. Hey, wahoo!
Double. Check. Crunch.
From the gun, here's Gone. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. This is Love. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Ready.
Here's Love again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. There could be some room to roam.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now to 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ready? 8, read.
57's the mic. You don't know no better.
On the ground, it's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Double tight. Double tight.
You got 3 down.
Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
50, plant.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get
Get
nervous.
it.
Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Me and you all day. All day.
Hey, Delta. Big grip.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a toss. This is Geis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Redskins 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, the second down throw on target, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help with that contract time.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
X3, 218, jump.
Jumper.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch that end. Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, you got...
Hey, show down.
He's coming. We got double up. 57's the mark.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rosa's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the fourth quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tackles. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Exit.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Goff. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Redskins, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Bye.